Some blood niggas, and I'm swerving in the streets. Got you nervous that I'm really murking murder on the beat. And I'm now I'm really working in Tennessee. Got some bitch working, twerking in the streets. Yeah,
what is going on, guys? Welcome back to some more 7 Days in Grand Cross videos. And this video we're talking about Demon Meliodas. Another video about him, another video, but there's a bit of news and a bit of information that I do want to dive into. Now, even before this game really was launched, this guy was hyped up. This guy was said by pretty much everyone to be one of the strongest cards in the game, if not the strongest. Mainly because of the character in the anime. We know the character in the anime. We know how dumb that form Meliodas is. So naturally, we expect him to be dumb in the game. Like, you know, let's say Goku for Dokkan, Naruto for Blazing. Like, we expect the main character to be stupid, especially the best version of that main character, the demon form Meliodas. And ever since we've been able to pick him up from the shop X amount of weeks ago, we've picked him up, we've been able to use him, and he is somewhat underwhelming in comparison to the other units. The majority of people skip Mon, the majority of people skip Gother, and it was a big regret because those cards are leagues above our boy Meliodas. And it has been sorry, that's my dog in the background. My dog's playing with his little bone. Just calm down. I'll try to make a video. He's just making some noise. Anyways, guys, so what they're saying, so it has been such a backlash against the Meliodas that the developers of the game actually had to drop somewhat of a statement. So shout out to the Reddit, the 7 Days Since Reddit. Shout out to, what is it, Badin, Sin of Pride. I've actually been in there's a Reddit, the Discord since inception, but I haven't really made videos from Discord. I just kind of go inside to look at some information. But I don't really like take much content from the Discord to make videos on, except for this, because you guys know I love me my Demon Meliodas, and this is pertaining to him. So I want to make a video on it. So shout out to the Discord. Might drop a link in the description if I remember. If I don't remember, I'm sorry, but definitely shout out to the Discord for this information. I didn't translate this, so props to the people over there for doing the work so that we can all see and appreciate. So thank you for that. Now, producer letters. Things mentioned in the letter will be summarized on below 4 posts. 1 of 4, Meliodas Corn version. A lot of concern regarding Meliodas Corn version being weak compared to other Corn character counterparts. Response. His damage this is the response of the developers of the game, by the way. So response. His damage relies heavily on stacking burn debuff to do a lot of damage and plays a big role in rendering healing useless. He's usable in some PvE content, and a lot of players have been seen using him on PvP arena. There will be no consideration of buffing Meliodas Corn version. Instead, when Chapter 7 is released with a new boss rate expect Meliodas Corn version to play a big role. Teaser for the new Crimson Demon raid. So I'm actually going to hop into the game right now to kind of showcase Meliodas just a little bit more. But long story short, a lot of people are very unhappy with how they actually made Demon Meliodas in the game. Deadass, like, the green version is almost better. The green version is better. I'm sorry. The green version is deadass better in terms of being a more useful unit for better utility. The Demon Meliodas, if he had counters, bro, if he had like just one other thing, he'd been insane. But if you compare him to Bond, not even close. Compare him to Gother, not even close. Compare him to free-to-play Story King, not even close. Like, the other units, even Coin Shop Merlin, they are just so above and beyond what they do in comparison to Meliodas. It's not that he's bad. It's just that the other units are dumb, drunk, out of this world when he's just good, kind of thing. So with that being said, I am still a very big fan of the card. I've worked quite a bit on my Meliodas. I'm not finished with him as yet. As you can see, let me actually pull him up right here. So he is, what is it, 61? He's down there at 26 CP. Pretty decent. I'm working on getting the very last star for him. I do want to do one more showcase when he's max, so that's going to become, but I'm working on getting the very last star for him. These chalices are a pain in the ass to get, but I'm working on that. And his gears come along quite well. Yeah, I know I got attack and defense, whatever, leave me alone. Like, I know I should have did crit, I should have did crit on him or whatever. I don't want to do crit, leave me alone. I just want to worry about his CP because I want it to be one of my main CP units. Oh, you know, monthly doing it wrong, whatever. I don't care. Let me build my unit how I want to build my unit, so shut up. But I'm working on him really heavily, as you can see. Now, he does damage. I don't think anyone is saying that he doesn't do damage. It's just that in comparison to everyone else, what does he really do? So let's break it down, okay? Coin shot bond. Let's talk about his second skill, to where he can steal 20% attack and defense to all enemies on the field for 2 turns. 2 turns. Meliodas' second skill does damage, okay? At 2-star, Bond steals, what is it, 30%? And at 3-star, he steals 50%. Meliodas does more damage per percentage, obviously, and then he applies Infect, which disables recovery. And then obviously, the higher the star rarity, the more damage he outputs. So, okay, he disables recovery, which, whatever, like, is good, but I mean, like, how needed is that? Okay, there's certain raids that heal, and, you have Hendrickson who heals, that's annoying. But at the same time, I mean, at this point in the game, you should be able to do more damage than your opponent heals. Like, we're at that point now where we can output more damage than anyone can heal back. So that's kind of where we're at. Like, even in PvP, there are some situations to where I don't even bring this guy. I'll bring like King and some other units, and, the opponent will have Elizabeth. I will still out damage what they are healing. So disabling recovery is very cool, but at this point, I don't feel that there's enough healing in the game from enemies for it to really be that needed kind of thing. Now, it does play a factor in his ultimate, because his ultimate does apply weakness. Weakness increases his percentage times 3 when a debuff is applied. So you have his first skill here, which is Infect. This first skill here, it applies Ignite. Ignite is a 10% attack increase. Really, really big. Now, 10% in and of itself, by itself, isn't stupid drunk, but getting 2, 3, 4, 10 of those off, it's insane. It is really dumb, but in a practical setting, you're not getting more than 2 of these off. Like, for example, in the raid, if you bring him on, the Red Demon raid, you'll probably get 1 off, but you're probably going to focus on more, so petrifying him with King or Hellbrom, or freezing him with Merlin. The second you petrify or heal, the Ignite, aka debuff, goes away. You don't have an opportunity to stack anything, because you're always consistently trying to petrify and freeze. There's no opportunity. Same thing PvP. You bring him in PvP, you want to stack the Ignite. Oh, King, King heals, King cleanse, this and this and this. Like, it doesn't have an opportunity to stack. So what I would have loved is for one of 2 things to happen, or if 2 things can happen. And I kind of hope the developers hear this, so that, they can maybe consider buffing him. Hear me out, okay? So I would like one of 2 things to happen to make this man kind of drunk. The Ignite, let it stack no matter what. Petrified, whatever. He bypasses all of that. His Ignite is special than everyone else's. Like, deadass. He can stack it. You can't remove it. It is something else. You just can't remove it. That would be insane. That would be drunk. But you don't want to do that. Okay, hear me out for this one now, okay? His passive. When an enemy dies, he gets 50% increased chance to crit. Only once. To make him dumb drunk. When an enemy dies, he gets 50% chance to crit. And that's it. It's not just only one time. He just gets that. That would be drunk. That would be... Bro. That is stupid. Like, it is not too busted to where it's... Well, it's kind of busted, but... Bro, it's Demon Meliodas. He's supposed to be busted. He's supposed to be insane. He's supposed to be stupid. But just like 1 or 2 little tweaks will make him stupid. On par with Bond. On par with Gother. Maybe even better. He should be the best card in the game, but he's not. Anyway, so I do want to do a bit of a reset testing for him, because the last testing I did for him, he was a bit underleveled, underwhelming. I didn't have any equipment on him. Now it's a different story, so I want to see where his damage is right now, and I want to give him a bit of a fairer chance. Now keep in mind, I don't have any crit damage increase equipment on him, so his crits could potentially do more. Obviously, if you have the crit damage increase on him for equipment. I don't, but if you want to run that, which is preferable, go ahead and do it. I just want more CP on my units because I want to hit over 100k. That's what I'm doing right now. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me about it. Anyway, so we're going to stack the Ignite. So I want to kind of take him through all of his abilities, because even with everything I just said, he's not bad. He does damage, and it's really good damage. Now hear me out. 1 star. Doing 16k base. 1 star. That's really good without a crit. 16k base damage. Base damage means, well, base damage means obviously no type advantage because we're fighting a red unit here, so it's neutral damage right now. Let's stack it again. He goes from 16k to, okay, well, that was a crit. That didn't count, but as you can see, that's insane for a 1-star card. Let's do it again. Now we have 2 ignite stacked. He's doing 19k, so pretty much he's doing like 1,000 to 1,500 every single time he does an ignite if it stacks, which is really cool. Now obviously that depends on the multiplier of the attack that you're doing and whatever, but he's doing really good damage. Okay, so we have 3 ignite stat. Let's actually see the 3-star card of the ignite ability. Yeah, that's some really good damage. That's really good damage. Check this out. Like, he can do good damage, my boy. God damn. Okay, let's stack this. Let's just stack it up to 9. Oh my god, bro. Like, it's really good. Like, he is good because we can do this. We can do this because this is a training ground that will allow him to stack and attack the enemy as much as possible. This doesn't happen in any PvE or PvP scenario at all, because you either can't get enough of these stacked, or in PvP they are taking away your buff or your debuff, I guess you can say. So, but obviously here he's gonna look really good. Like, bro, he's gonna look really good because it's just him. You're fighting a level 1 character that has no defense. You can stack ignite as much as you want, endlessly raise his damage. Like, here it looks really good, but this application of damage and stacking is not practical in PvP or PvE. Let's go again. It's looking really good. Look at this. Yeah, he's doing more than some ultimates because of the ignite, but to get this amount of stacking, which right now is 9, like, bro, it is not practical in PvP or PvE. Sorry, my stuff just like stopped recording for a second. I don't know why. Anyway, so I'll showcase some more of the damage. So let's actually go to the 2nd skill of the 3-star ability. Let's see what happens here. So this should be some good damage right now. Some crits. Ooh, so 55k base. Really good. Really freaking awesome. Let's see if we can go for a crit. Now, with a unit like this, when he does this, ooh, triple crit, bro. That's really rare, because with certain units, they do like multiple hits for their 1 attack. So as you can see with his 2nd skill, it does 3 hits. Each hit has a chance to be a crit. Every single one of those hits were a crit, and we got 85 damage, which is really good. Let's actually go ahead to his ultimate. Let's see what this does here. So we have full ignite stat, which is 9+. It's a lot of ignite. Let's see what this does here. This should do a lot of damage. A lot of ignite stacked. It's going to look really good. It's going to be really impressive. Can I get a crit? Oh my god, 182 crit. That's not even the combo, my boy. It looks really good. It looks good here because we are fighting a unit that's level 1, no defense, neutral damage. We can stack ignite infinitely. Looks really good. Let's see the combo. I actually don't have Merlin to actually see this combo in actual application, but whatever, we can see it here. Once again, sorry for my dog if you can hear the bone. He's playing with the bone right now. Anyways, let's see what happens here. I don't get to see this quite often, so let me actually take a look at this. Okay, he's having fun over there. Anyways, let's see if we can get a crit. Okay, 132. I do want to get a crit. I feel like a crit would break 200k. A crit would really break 200k. And I do have, okay, he doesn't want to crit. Let me stack ignite one more time. I do want to lose the ignite. Bro, oh my god, I gotta get the crit with the ultimate. I gotta get the crit with the combo ultimate, my boy. I have to. This is gonna be insane. Please give me the crit. Oh my god, bro. Yo, he's a good card. He hits really hard, but once again, the majority of all of his damage solely relies on stacking ignite. And once again, stacking ignite is just not too realistic in much PvP or PvE content, because you're either, for example, the raids, you're cleansing that for whatever reason. Maybe you're petrifying. You can actually stack it on the blue demon, but you don't want to bring him to the blue demon or the gray demon, whatever you call it. So that's not really too practical there. In PvP, you know, king cleanses, you know, or the enemy dies and you just don't have time to stack it enough. Like, you know, you just can't really unlock his full potential because you can't really stack ignite enough. You can get 2 or 3 stacks off maybe until it's cleansed or whatever, but for the most part, 2 things need to happen. Let ignite just stack infinitely. Nothing can remove it. It is a freaking Amaterasu burn that just cannot be extinguished. It is an infinite burn of fire. It just can't go away. Only he has it. No one else has it. I know Gila does have Ignite as well. Her Ignite wouldn't be Meliodas' Ignite. It'll be something else. Either do that or change his passive to where he just has the 50% after someone dies until the match ends. Not just once, because the one thing is really cool for when he comes in and whatever. But if he has that, if he just gets it when someone dies, he is an insane unit. Build full crit damage on him. Like, I'll take off all the attack, all the defense. I'll go full crit damage. The reason why I'm not stacking crit damage on him right now is because he only gets it once. One time. He gets it one time, one turn. And it's kind of like, bro, it's good, but it could have been way better. So I get what they're saying. You know, he's kind of like one of those slow units that need to be built up kind of thing. But you're not really in situations to where you can build him up to his max potential. So, you know, I do think Demon Meliodas is a bit underwhelming in comparison to other coin shop units. Now, if you're comparing ensemble units, obviously he's better than Gil Thunder. He's better than Gila. He's better than Hauser. He's better than, you know, a lot of cards. Jericho. He's better than a lot of cards. He really is. But I don't even think he's in top 5 of the best cards in the game. Top 5. Bond, coin shop. Gother, coin shop. King, free to play, coin shop, same thing. Slater's insane. You might want to say Green King because he is so good for Blue Raid, but that's situational, so I'm going to take him out. Bro, Merlin, Red Merlin, Green Merlin, Red Hellbrom, like all these cards just are dumb in comparison to Meliodas. Like I can probably go on, like he's probably 10th place of the best card in the game if you want to break it down. So he's a good card, but I feel like they really should consider doing something to him to make him what he should be, which is the best card in the game. That's all I'm saying. I still love the card. I'm still going to 6-star him. I'm still going to do the best count as equipment. I'm still going to get in level 70. I want to have like upwards of 30,000 CP solo by himself. I'm working on that. But even with all that, like, you know, he could be better. Like, I will work on Bond, Gother, Merlin, Hellbrom, King, Slater, all those cards, which I am working on those cards that I do have before working on him. Like, look at my King. Look at my King right now. My King is looking juicy as shit. I think he's actually, is he a little bit better in terms of CP in comparison to my Meliodas? He might be. He might be. Let me actually see my King right now. My King's looking at pretty juicy. So my, let me see, King, he is at almost 27k CP. So I'm working really heavy on my King, working really heavy on my Slater, which Slater CP isn't that insane because I do have crit damage and crit rate on him. But, you know, he's also one of the units that I'm mainly working on as well. So I'm working on these 2 units before really investing anymore in my Demon Meliodas because he's just not as good as these other cards. He should be, but he's not. Anyways, guys, so I ran enough. Just wanted to kind of talk about a little bit and kind of put my 2 points out there. He's a great card, but, you know, bro, he should have been best card in the game. He should have been best card in the game. Leave me alone. Don't at me. Don't at me. Anyways, guys, down below, let me know what you think about Demon Meliodas. Let me know down below about what you think about what the developers of the game said. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Whatever. Let me know down below, guys. So quick video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, comment down below. If you're not subscribed, make it a thing. Sub to the boy. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.